I always think about other people that's going through a tougher life than I am. If I could take out a piece of paper and write down my problems, and you could take out a piece of paper and write down your problems, and we exchange those papers, and I'm thinking I got such a tough life, and you may have a tough life, but I pick up your paper, the one you may have written on, and I'm looking like, wow, I thought I had it bad. And then the other person say, hey, you got it a lot better than I do. You know what I would do? I would say, give me my paper back. I'll take my problems back. I didn't put myself in such a pity party position to where I felt, why me? Why not me? Why shouldn't I go through this? See, you have to know, and I believe this even more, there can never be anything good unless there's some bad along the way. You gotta go through this hell, man. This is it. Because as long as you're living, you gotta keep moving. It's terrible that people don't see it sometimes that way. They always question, why me? Why? Why am I going through this? You're supposed to.
But the truth of the matter is, what you think is pain, what you think is hurting you, is actually helping you. And I'm just wondering if maybe you could just change the way that you think. Maybe if you could just see this thing differently. I know they left you, they hurt you, it left you, it hurt you, they betrayed you. Life caused your heart to be fractured, and you feel like you're just in this place where you can't move forward. See it differently. Your perspective is everything. You gotta see this thing differently. You gotta find a mirror and see this thing differently. And I gotta speak these affirmations, and I have to believe, even if I'm bleeding, even if I'm broken, I have to believe that this came to help me, not hurt me. It made me better. I'm not bitter, I'm wiser. I'm conditioned now. I see this thing differently now. I'm able to move and navigate and breathe different and talk different and walk different and build differently. I'm not building out of anger and revenge. I'm building from a place of abundance. And we study the philosophers, the queens, the kings of the past, captains of industry, CEOs, inventors, entrepreneurs. They were able to create, they were able to evolve, they were able to build something. And oftentimes it came from conflict. It came from a departure from comfort zones. The question is, can you leave where you've been?
As the sun rises in the morning, let it be a sign for you to rise up too. Let it be your reminder that even after the darkest of the nights, the sun rises to meet the day. Let the hope in your heart be an inspiration. You need to fight another day. It's time for you to rise. It's time for you to grind.
I knew deep down that I could do something. I was different from other people. I had different experiences. I knew that there was something I needed to express. There was a purpose to how my life had unfolded, but I couldn't find it. I had tried everything. I had tried every form of writing, every possible endeavor you can imagine. It just didn't click. So I was very deeply frustrated. And the frustration, I tell people, is a good thing. Negative emotions are trying to teach you something. They're trying to teach you the opposite. Something else is going on. Frustration, if I was simply, what would be worse than frustration would be despair, giving up, no hope. But frustration is a sign that you haven't given up. You know you can do something, but you haven't figured it out. So when you have those kind of feelings, look at them, and there's something positive in that.
Life on this planet 500 years ago is different than now. Many people, billions of us, have a roof over our head. We know where dinner is coming from. But fear, the fear we evolved into from generations, doesn't know any of that. It simply knows how to trigger fight or flight. It knows how to make us feel like the world is about to end. And it kept us alive in the old days, but now it's a trap. So writer's block. There's no such thing as writer's block. But people say they can't write, they're afraid. My friend Steve Pressfield calls that resistance. And resistance is that feeling we get when we're about to do something important. It's the same way a marathon runner views getting tired as a symptom they're doing a good job. Being afraid is a symptom that you might be about to do something that involves responsibility and making an impact. And I look for that feeling. If I don't feel it, I'm not trying hard enough.
I know what that fear tastes like. I know what that doubt tastes like. I know what it feels like to not believe in myself. But I am stronger than my fears. I am stronger than my doubts. Because I was made to do great things.
The first thing I tell people is you can't find outside of you what you can't find inside of you. There's different worlds that I've lived in. And the first world that I live in is a common one. It's the world of not enough. If I had a single mom, 6 kids, my mom worked 2 jobs as a 2nd grade teacher, packed our dinners in a paper bag, drove us around in a station wagon to fill up turnstiles at convenience stores just so we could eat. But I was happy. The only time I wasn't happy is I would catch my mom crying to financial despair. It was always some sort of financial stress of clothes, food, summer camp. It varied in degrees, but my mom wanted the best for us and couldn't afford it. I felt as if, gosh, if I could be rich and buy my mom a house and a car, then I would be completely happy. I had this extraordinary family, but I was always missing money. And so it created a world of not enough. I would say, why me? Everything happened to me, right? When the car broke down, it happened to me. I was a victim. And then I made my first $1 million and bought my mom that house and car. Within 9 months of graduating, I entered a new world, I always say, a world of just enough. And that world was a confirmation of a belief that I had. Money could buy you love and happiness. I live in a dream house. I have dream cars, dream boats, dream motorhomes, everything I ever dreamed of. But I wasn't happy. The first thing I tell people is you can't find outside of you what you can't find inside of you. And so I like to ask myself open-ended questions. What are you doing today that you like? What are you doing today that you don't like? You don't try to fight it, go over it, under it, through it, around it. You don't have to lie to it, manipulate it, and cheat it. You don't have to deny it. Simply practice identify when you have a need to be right, or a need to be offended, or a need to be separate, or inferior, or superior. How about just anxious, frustrated, guilty, resentful, or angry? If we can identify when we feel the ego, and instead of resisting it, just stop. And this one perspective paradigm shift allows us to not only look within, but to realize with faith that we are being protected and promoted by all the things that are creating the interference outside of us.
You are not tricking anyone. You are not tricking anyone. People continue to live life posturing and living basically their entire life as if the bullshit that they're trying to project is actually working.
If you guys want success in life, if you want to grow as an individual, you need to be yourself. If you want to grow as an individual, you need to be yourself. Stop trying to be like someone else to impress individuals that you don't even know. It's not going to get you anywhere. All it's going to do is make you resent the persona that you've put onto the goddamn world, and eventually you're going to burn out and crash, lose passion for the thing that you are currently pursuing, and give up on your dreams. Be yourself. Embrace who you are. Fake it to make it does not work in today's day and age. You guys got to start being authentic. Stop trying to act like something you aren't. Stop trying to speak like something you aren't. Stop trying to be like other people. Be you. Be yourself. Embrace your uniqueness. This is who I am. It may not be who you are. that you need to embrace you. You need to embrace you.
I will share with you the greatest advice ever given in this world. The greatest advice ever given, but it's the least taken. You know what that advice is? When you care for someone like a child, or when someone's cared for you before, they always give you this advice. They say, honey, just be yourself and do what you love. But here's the thing, what does be yourself mean? Be yourself means you're not living with an agenda. So you're not doing something or saying something to be recognized or appreciated or accepted. Do what you love means you're doing something that you absolutely love and you don't have an agenda. You know what I know when someone's really doing what they love to do? I go, hey man, why do you love what you do? You know what they say? I don't know, I just love it. What they're saying is, I don't have any logical reasons of why I'm doing this. Yeah, it made me make me money. Yeah, I'd become famous, whatever. But the true essence of why, the primary reason of why I'm doing this is because I love it.
Don't ever try to convince people to like you. Be you, and then they'll decide.
Wow.
And if they like you, cool. If they don't get you, cool. But be yourself is gonna be your best way. And that's been one of those like flagpole things that I live off of. Like, forget about it. Like, just don't worry about it. Just go up there and be yourself. If that don't work, then that's different.
Right.
But you trying to change, thinking you're gonna fit it so that they are gonna get you and they're gonna love you because you changed your little way. You can do that.
Why are we trying to impress people so much? Why? For what? If we all knew that the only people you ever trick are the only people you don't want to be hanging out with in the first place, I think a lot of things in our world would change. Love yourself is real. The problem is people don't love themselves because they've decided, because it was put into their brain, that their worth is based on things that are very surface level. We must really work on not allowing outside validation to dictate our lives.
I think probably one of the greatest mindset shifts was not to think of yourself as this kind of monolith that's outside the system. I used to always kind of feel like you never can make it from St. Louis. You know, I'm not the shiny suit dude that's gonna be, so you start to see yourself like, I'm only gonna be able to, knock down these doors. And as you kind of go, you recognize that the world is big. It is truly an audience out there for everyone, and you earn them. You don't get it automatically because you feel you deserve it. You earn it. That's truly one thing that I keep to this day. I'm willing to work for, go grab, go hustle for, and build every little thing that comes my way. I'm not resting on any laurels. I'm not resting on any hubris. You can give me all the accolades of everything you loved. That's great, thank you. Right now I'm here to do a job today. I earn it. I want to earn it.
I'd rather be a failure and be true to myself, because when I'm being true to myself, I am being free, than to be successful and not be true to myself and then become enslaved to the very thing that made me successful. Today, I'm a speaker, I'm a coach, I'm a pilot, but on my terms. I'm not working as a pilot, I'm not working as a speaker, I'm not working I just do it whenever I want to.
Are you in a place where you are ready to actually shift and execute on why you're here? All of that is foundationally on your own self-awareness of who you are, and most importantly, finally cutting out the cancer of insecurity out of your body on the things that have always been there by shedding light. You're comfortable with losing. You're comfortable, with not succeeding. You don't worry about the judgment anymore. Even though you grew up in an environment where the judgment was overvalued, you start chipping away at that and creating a new version of yourself. And you can, because really you have no choice.
I need you to be comfortable being you.
And I mean the authentic you. Because the blessings that are for you, not the fake you, not the you that you're trying to create, the you that's really you. When you are okay being who you are, you'll be amazed at what the universe conspires to make happen for you.
You are an unrepeatable miracle, and there is none like you in all the earth. There will never be another you. Your DNA, your fingerprint, your gait, your presence, your authenticity. Come on, you're special. You're special and you're necessary.
Can I tell you something? You ain't met the real you until you have to use your power. That's the real you. Difficulty doesn't kill who you are. It actually reveals who you are. You are treasure in jars of clay. Clay is not the real you. High you, that's not the real you. Smoking weed, that ain't the real you. Drunk you is not the real you. That anxiety you, that's not the real you. That clay has convinced you that that's who you are. That clay made you think that the shy, scared, jealous, doubting you is actually you. That's not you. That's the clay that you may be in, but that's not you. Underneath that clay, there is a spirit you. There is a supernatural you. There is a treasure on the inside. And if that thing gets kicking, your clay is in trouble.
You've been walking around the knockoff version of yourself. This is not the real you. The real you is breathing down your neck, begging you to manifest.
New Maradona motivational canvases at shop.motiversity.com.